Ali
Okay.
Abdulaziz, CEO of Dominance MMA. What a time for you right now. I feel like it's been an incredible period in your career. You have champions all over the world, and now you've just announced the news that you're going to be partnering with One Championship. I was interested to read that you're going to be bringing your Ferraris and Lamborghinis to Singapore, and it's kind of already begun. I'm waking up today, Marcus Almeida, first announcement is that Chatri's made his first signing, heavyweight division, BJJ legend. So it's already happening. So why now? One has been around a while. You've been around a while. Why now?
I feel I know Chatri for a long time. He's a student of Master Renzo Gracie, I'm a black belt under, and Chatri is also under him. And very much, I've been watching One Championship growing, and I've been growing. And we haven't really, honestly, I haven't really, the only person I signed for one fight, it was 8 years ago, was Rustam Kapilov. He fought there one time. He went to the UFC. He beat Masvidal. He was on 7-fight win. But I always enjoy watching one championship. They put on great events. I'm looking always like different feeling, like watching like Pride on steroid, they have great entrance and like the light work, great TV work, great productions. And I've always been a fan. I'm a huge MMA fan and I watch everything. But I definitely noticed, they went and signed Demetrius Johnson, Eddie Alvarez, and I was like, okay, these guys have some real serious cash, And every time I talk to a guy from there, he said, oh man, it's first class, great hotels, great treatment, great production. And me and Chatri just one time, got on board, and Cosmo Alexander had a little bit problems, right? And Cosmo, Kamaru Usman is Muay Thai coach. And Kamaru said, hey, can you help him out? And he reached out to me, and I called Chatri, hey, how I can help out? His old management with some kind of drama going on. And it's not my business, to be honest with you. And like I said, I'm a problem fixer, and I'm a kingmaker. That's what I do. I'm grateful to be in a position to that. And I very much stepped in, helped Cosmo problem. He re-signed with them, gave him an offer deal. It was an ambassador deal built in it. I was like, wow, you can make this kind of deals in one FC, won the championship. I said, okay. And Chatri said, hey, we need to work together. I said, hey, let's work together. And today has announced that they signed the pound for pound king, the greatest jiu-jitsu fighters of all time, 13-time world champion, Marcus Buchecha Almeida. And this is just beginning. And we're working on a couple other deals. I'm sure we're going to hear about them very soon. Chatri is a cool guy, man. He's a martial artist. He's passionate. He's a little bit crazy like me, but also he graduated from Harvard. He's a very smart guy. And it's always maybe, to deal with this kind of people, they normally people, this kind of education, this kind of money, they don't have the passion, right? They don't have the Dana White passion. Guess what? Chatri does. He's passionate, and I love it. And sometimes you don't like it, but you have to respect it, right? And I'm just looking forward to work with him. Matt Hume is a legend. I've been a huge fan of him. I get to work with him too, and it's gonna be nice, man, to really work with people who understand martial art and understand fighting. It's easier when you deal with people in this business. They're not passionate about the fighters and they don't understand fighting. It's hard, like Scott Coker. He's a martial artist, Dana White been in a fight game for a long time. And this is the type of people, Chatri, he's a Muay Thai. First time I know him, he was holding mitts for Rafael dos Anjos, right? He was a Muay Thai coach. And after them now have one of the best martial arts schools in Asia, Evolve MMA, right? And that's how I know Chatri. I know him as a martial artist. I never get to know him as an executive, right? Now I'm gonna get to know him as an executive. He's actually really cool, and he's very easy to work with, And I heard like Matt Hume stuff. No, Matt Hume just like honest people. If you are honest, straight up forward, I think you get along with Matt Hume, and I'm getting along with him fine, no complaint, and this relationship is gonna grow. Listen, I work with the UFC, I work with Bellator. Now I get to say, hey, I work with One Championship too. Now I'm growing as a human being, as a manager, as a promoter. Because I'm not a manager, I'm a promoter. I promote my guys. My guy is the best in the world, and all this huge promotion. I have my media days. My media days have Khabib, Justin Gaethje, Kamaru Usman, like Rashad Evans, like Verdum, like so many. Sometimes I'm competing with, my media day is probably bigger than a lot of promotion media days, because I got so much great fighters. And also I'm grateful for the promotion that brought my fighter to this level. It's not me alone. It's never me alone. It's never the manager. It's never the fighter. I think it's a combined work between manager, promoters, and productions.
Are we going to see you out in Asia, do you think? Are you going to be having more of a presence and an influence here in Asia and in Asian MMA?
Listen, I'm the mechanic. I'm the mechanic of these beautiful cars you see, the Lamborghinis, the Ferrari, the Rolls Royce. The mechanics sometimes go watch the show, but most of the time the mechanics stay in the shop, fix the other cars. And for me, I treat everybody like a world champion. It doesn't matter if you have 1 fight, 2 fight, 3 fight. Everybody get the same treatment. Some guys, they need more to work. You see me involved, like Kamaru Usman. He's my best friend. You see me fight week, I'm cutting weight with him. Khabib is like a son to me. I have a different roles with everybody. It depends what kind of relationship I have with them, right? But I'm grateful. I do what I love, and I create a lot of millionaires. I do a very good living for my family, and I'm willing to do it with one championship too.
You have a lot of talent, right, on your roster, and we've already seen the process coming. Is there any names that you think is really a one to watch, who we should be on our radar, who might be linked to one, or who's really impressing you right now?
Everybody who comes out, right? Everybody say, where's this guy been? I got 10 comes out, but the guy really to look out for right now, nobody knew him, is Usman Nurmagomedov. Khabib, his younger brother, who's fighting in Abu Dhabi this weekend. He's 9-0, all finishes. He's an absolute killer. He's a Muay Thai specialist, and he's Khabib's brother. You understand? And also, if you have the same blood of Khabib, you have good wrestling. I'm telling you, he is actually a better version than Khabib. He is better than Khabib. And I'm telling you, people should watch out for him. He's an absolute killer. He got it all. He got the striking, he got the grappling, he got the jiu-jitsu, he got the look, he got the swagger, and he is knocking people out with elbows, and from Dagestan, Khabib put Dagestan on the map. But I think Usman can make Dagestan very flashy. He's the guy really to look out for. I think he's a phenom. He's a combine of Khabib, John Jones, like Adesanya. He's a combo of all that. And honestly, I'm having serious conversation with one championship about him too. He might be the next big things coming from one championship. Why not?
Man, that's a hell of a combination. So I wanted to ask you about Verdum, because what a performance from him, a legend of the sport. I know that in one of your interviews, you suggested that he's a possibility for one, which would be pretty exciting. Brandon Vera is
I'm very clear. Scott Coker is a friend of mine. He all the time loved Verdum. And I told ONE FC, hey, I hate to talk to two promoters at the same time, but I got to give Scott Coker his respect. I got to give Chatri his respect, right? Verdum right now, he has to make a choice what he want to do. Maybe he's going to go to ONE FC. Maybe he's going to go to Bellator, right? We're never going to know. And that's the beauty about it, Verdum have to do what's the best for his family, of course. And a class act, Chatri told me, right? He said, make sure you talk to everybody and whatever, give him the best deal, right? And I was like, in a way, a promoter going to tell you, hey, don't talk to nobody, right? But Chatri told me that. I was upfront with everybody. And we'll see what happened. We'll see what happened. And his biggest thing, he said, I want to fight in October, right? Whoever going to give him the best deal and the best date, this is where Fabrice is going to go.
As a student of the sport, do you want to see the Fedor rematch? Because that's something that's been brought up, right? It's now a possibility.
Of course, I want to see the Fedor rematch. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Bellator, you're going to see it. Guess what? If you go to ONE FC, maybe ONE FC and Bellator, we have a co-promotion. Scott Coker is the king of co-promotion. He's the king of co-promotion. And guess what? I'll be, as a fan, sitting, be like, wow, I really just did this? You know, they're two great guys, Scott Coker and Chatri, and they have a lot in common. They have a lot in common. And I'm sure they can figure things out. If this happened this way,